Hi, Combat fans. This is Neff coming to you live from the Super Monday Night Combat Arena with Super Monday Night Tuesdays Episode 3. This week, I'm going to go through some veteran gameplay, give you some tips and tricks, show some common mistakes that new players make, and I will also talk about the latest patch. You can see both teams have two commandos on their team. I don't think this is necessarily the best idea ever, but sometimes it does work well on Spunky if the commandos can team up and work together, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work out for the commandos on either one of my teams. I think they suffer quite a few deaths. I know the enemy ones do for sure. The latest patch brought Steam trading, which will let you trade pretty much any item in the game now, except for pros. Weapons, taunts, endorsements, products, uniforms. Pros will be tradable in the future. Pretty big feature add. So I picked up Claw there right off the start, so then I would have half cooldown or a lower cooldown on that. I'm running, I think, skill recovery endorsements right now at 15%. So that my cooldowns are also reduced right off the bat, and that's a bigger deal early game than late game, because the bigger your cooldown is, kind of the more time is going to be taken off of it by the percentage.
Where'd you get that suit? Made it at home. I've had my own silkworm farm for 14 years now.
So one common mistake here people make on Spunky is that everyone will kind of run into that tunnel on the left. If any team is worth their salt, the enemy will just come up on the top level, come up behind you, and tend to kill you. So you notice I'm just kind of hanging back, farming bots a bit, leveling up, taking things pretty slow, because I don't want to overextend and die. One nice change in the latest patch was all magnet received some buffs that players had requested, so it's much more suitable for the team environment. It won't grief your teammates by picking up objects that you really have no use for. So if you have full juice now, it won't pick up juice. If you have full skill recharge, it won't pick that up. Here I'm just kind of coming in and intimidating the team. I don't really care about killing them. I just kind of wanted to push them back and give my team some space to come in the tunnel a little bit. We're going up against two commandos here, so as two enforcers with the support backing us up, we don't really have too much to worry about unless we get caught by ourselves or something along those lines. Speaking about commandos, the slow that was affecting their mobility skills that was added last week at 75% got reduced to 50%. So here both these commandos are trying to double team my support, but I was looking out for them. Got two enforcers there plus the support, so they did take my support down, but we killed both the commandos. 2 for 1. Ideally I wouldn't have wanted the support to die, because that gives the enemy team more money so they get levels, and it also takes my support off the field, so we have less sustain in our lane. I might have to go back to base because I don't have heals, and also he's not leveling up. So you can see the assassins around because she's shooting her shurikens. Just always want to be on the lookout for where everybody is. Product nade, smoke bomb, megahertz, and party pooper all interrupt enemy lock-on skills now. Megahertz range got shortened this week.
I'm not from the old school. I'm from the school that burnt down to build the old.
This assassin's here. I'm shooting her. I'm gonna go for sparks. This is where situational awareness is important, because I pretty much lost track of the assassin at this point, and she's gonna back grapple me. So I bail because my life's pretty low, and like I said, you don't want to die. I'm gonna back up. I pretty much should have gone back to base there. I got really lucky and hit that spark with the falcon, and I'm gonna make it back to base to heal up. They added damage radius fall off on bouncing buddies in the grenade launcher for strikers, and one kind of cool interesting thing is that Assault's fly no longer protects him from grapple if he's too close to the ground. I'm not exactly sure how close to the ground is, but I definitely have noticed the change. So here I'm just farming up more bots. I just wanted to intimidate that guy and push him back. I didn't really care about the kill. Like I said, I don't want to go too far down in that tunnel by myself. Sparks came over all by himself right in front of my laser blazer. I'm a veteran. I have a lot of close range skills, so I can go up against a commando pretty reasonably, and a lot of times 1v1 versus a commando, I will definitely win.
There's Bullseye. He's out on the field.
That guy's crazy.
Oh, that girl's got tears in her eyes.
So since I'm playing vet, I might as well talk about some vet changes. So the freight train pulse, like that knockback effect, got normalized across all levels, and it got reduced by a little bit. And also the freight train non-grapple damage from that charge when it hit people, it got reduced as well, because apparently it was just there was some kind of glitch where it was too high. So you heard the Annihilator get called out, so that is definitely on my mind at this point, and I'm letting my team know about it, and we're going to head over there. Sometimes you can choose to ignore the first Annihilator. For example, the enemy team got set up there prior to you, and they have a heavy defense, and maybe the rest of your team's not coming along, and instead you can go out and kill as many of their bots as humanly possible, so that they aren't able to push as hard when they get the Annihilator.
Even on the field right now.
Nice point, Chip.
Sorry, dude. I tried to get you.
Hot shot assassin killed.
Good. Oh,
So get the Annihilator there. That's going to take out all their bots. Absolutely crucial. Not necessarily the first Annihilator, absolutely crucial, but later and later into the game it gets, the more and more important they're going to be. Like I said, you can negate him with the bot push sometimes. So I'm just watching this tank. I'm going to pull him out of position and stuff. I am kind of low on life, so I'm not trying to really get into a fight at this point. I just want to support my teammates, and I got a support down there, so I can kind of go down for a heal if I need, and I can run in there for a kill. Thanks to Veteran's mobility, he's got that roll when he has the stool out, and he has his freight train, so he can charge out of there. I got a gunner above me. That's what I'm watching out for. Support partner. I think I'm going to claw him. Yep. Pull him right down. I don't kill him or anything, but it pretty much ends any threat that he was to the team. Gotta love that claw on the veteran. It's pretty much one of the funniest things ever. Gunslinger's kneecap range got normalized across all levels to be what it was previously at level 3. Keeps going in the same line that Uber's been making with most of these things, and just normalizing ranges across all levels. Just like I said last week, just kind of makes sense, and it's one less factor to learn and maybe confuse new players. So since I got this good old support healing me, we might as well talk about how defenders heal money got raised. I'm gonna get pretty low on life here, so I need to bail. I get stuck on that bot there. Not the smartest move in the world.
Delivers the killing blow to an ice
And I'm able to stun the fire base and take it out. Use my juice to heal up more in a defensive fashion. If I was up against more competent people or a tougher team, I probably would have died there. So if you were in my place, I would recommend going back to base. You can see Assassin came down there to grapple us. There was a gunner there, a veteran there, and another player, and that's just a pretty foolish move. I clawed her right in the face and pulled her towards me. And I'm not saying that's some amazing display of pro skill. I just really think it's a foolish mistake on new players' parts, is that they think they can just come in as the assassin and back grapple people still like in the original MNC and take them out. Or also they just overestimate their offensive ability and underestimate the enemy's defensive ability. Because the game's more of a MOBA slash Dota than it is a shooter. So I haven't said too much about leveling up skills because I've written other articles about it, but like I pointed out at the beginning, I level up Claw and focus on that because it shortens cooldown and lets you spam it and always have it available if you need it. Pulls enemies out of position, pulls them right to your team, and a lot of times it's going to result in a kill if your team is working together because, of course, teamwork is OP. I also love leveling up Freight Train. Cooldown gets really short, especially with skill regen endorsements, and I use that as my mobility tool to get around the map. Gets you out of tight situations and does damage to players. You can charge right in if they're low on life and usually kill them. Tank got some nice buffs this week. Jet gun and railgun damage got increased. Railgun reload speed and fire interval got decreased, but the full range for railgun got taken down a little bit. But overall, nice buff for tank there.
Annihilator.
So Annihilator's coming up again. You could probably hear one of my teammates mention it. I know they're on top of it, thanks to team vision, so I'm just going to try to stop this bot push just to make sure our turrets don't go down. If there was an enemy player here on top of me, like that tank up there, he could have certainly come in and killed me there, so I might have wanted to go back to base and heal. Kind of depends on the different circumstances. I'm certainly not intending to point out any of these players by name and say they're bad players or anything. It just seems like they're new and they're making some common mistakes. And I certainly make mistakes plenty of the time too.
But I don't want to get carried away yet.
Leo's still getting some tweaks since he's the newest pro, so they kind of brought down laser damage this week, raised up the ballista damage a little bit, and then Adoration of AI's cooldown got doubled. It's kind of one of his best skills in those early game Fujis that he could take over and blow up in your face. That was a pretty damaging move, so the double cooldown is a pretty serious nerf, and we'll see how it works out. I'm sure they'll tweak it over time if it's too serious.
Ah, the Annihilator is here, ready in about 15 seconds.
Exciting stuff.
All the charge skills like Assault, Tank, and Veteran, the slow effect got removed from the level. So you can see a big part of this other team's problem is just that they keep running into us one-on-one, so he saw it up there that I just killed, and the support just came down by himself into our whole team, and you're just not going to win 1v5. Again, not super pro skill, just we happen to all be located together. Use that Falcon Slam with some turrets when you can to stun bots and stop their progress. Very handy move, and I don't see a lot of veterans use it. So there you go. Again, I just yanked Sin out of place. Didn't result in a kill or anything, but it kind of throws the enemy off balance, pulls him out of position.
Nice move by an Iceman to help out a teammate. They're really racking up the assists out there.
So this is pretty funny. It's terrible. I'm not going to spawn camp these people. I did chase that guy into a spawn. I don't promote spawn camping at all, but you'll see the rest of my team do it as I finish off the money ball. So here we're just finishing off the last couple rocket turrets, or the only 2 rocket turrets really. I know the rocket turret is not in the training camp at this point in time, and neither are scramblers by the way. So new players might not know that rocket turrets do a ton more damage than the laser blazer. They can take even an enforcer out in just a few shots, so it's very important to make sure you take those down before you get up close to the money ball, or maybe you have a stun so you can stop them from attacking you, and you could use that as well in order to help you take it down, or to continue to tap the money ball to keep the shields down. If you guys want anything specific video-wise, like tutorials or specific pros, let me know. I would love to show you a little bit less stompy videos in the future too, but it's kind of a compromise between time because the stompy videos are a little bit shorter than the non-stompy videos. So my team is going to engage in a bit of spawn camping here, which I totally approve of. And I'm just going to go finish off the ball now. So as always guys, good luck, have fun, and have bacon. You can check the video description below, and you can add me on Steam for some games. You can find my Twitter info there, and I'll bring you the latest SMNC news as well as just different video game news I find interesting. I started live streaming recently, and you can find the info for that in the video description below as well. I hope to see you all on the field of combat.
Oh, Iceman, take the win today.